Could this be the big change for them? And again, for the Vegas Falcons, good day yesterday. We saw a nice tweet from Clay. I'm excited to see the other side of the Clayster tweets, you know, the sort of salty, angry ones. I'm ready for those as well, Clay. I'm sure they're coming. Here we go, folks. Map number 1, Vegas Falcons taking on the Miami Heretics, and the debut of Rancor here in the CDL. Will it be a kill, or will he go down? Oh, the pressure. This is all I really care about. There he goes. It's not actually his, it was Exnid's, but the kill feed doesn't seem to exist at the moment, Chance.
Best player in the game, don't care. He got the kill in the top right corner. That's all that matters to me. And maybe another thing to pay attention to, which admittedly will be difficult without a kill feed, but the number of AR players that the Falcons were running on Skyline yesterday, I mean, I don't know if they were just picking them up off the ground, if it's a hill dependent thing, but at times all 4 players running an AR on this map is bananas, but we're going to see if they can make it work.
Indeed. Well, King Abodi was the only player we saw to actively run a submachine gun for the Vegas Falcons. And so far, a very hotly contested battle over P1. Not a lot of change either side. The Heretics, the first team to walk away with anything. But walking away with the P2 spawns for now is the Vegas Falcons. Lucky trying to make his entry now. The Falcons with that right-hand side of the mini, well, left-hand side of the mini-map, all theirs. They're spawning on the right-hand side, and the battle continues. Good job out of the Falcons. That hard point is theirs.
The question is, I was going to say, how well can they track all 4 players? One guy, Rancor, ends up getting through, but ended up making the read, so all their base is covered, and Lucky may be able to pierce through the bottom, but he's got a long way to go before he can actually get to time. And King Abood right there, well, ends up getting dropped, but Kicks in the meantime, picking up a 5 spree, so the crack players on Falcons doing their thing.
Absolutely, and a solid chunk of time. Roxas with slow play here. Love this. Awkward spot to be in. Nothing left to throw here apart from his aims. So now up the ladder we may go. Waiting for the reinforcements to shot. Nice discipline there for the rest of the squad, but beautiful work out of the Heretics. Picks them apart. That's going to be a big wipe. Pushes them forward. Lovely bit of time to be had. And the lead change now. Over to Kitchen. Next hard point up. And Lucky on a 5 spree. Rancor on a 3 as well, as he's putting up the work with that 7 4.
You got Heretics, though. They just dominated the middle of the map. 3 players sliding in through you and turning heads every single direction. That is an instantaneous break-in. Well, now King Abood, 3 and 7. Going to try to do the same thing with that pierce through the middle of the map. And, hey, able to take Metals down in that situation. But Real there for the double kill. And why not try to give him 3? It looks like Bully Ball might be the name of the game. Neither team able to seize control.
Oh, yeah, this is a rocking hard point. The Heretics lead that they managed to garner on P2 is the only thing keeping them alive right now. King Abode finds himself another from the bottom side of Jim on a 2 spree now. Kicks picked apart. Big pinches there. Nice work from Roxas. Manages to get himself 1, but another sweep from the Heretics gives them the hard point with the late 20 seconds to be gained, and that keeps the lead in their hands once again. Big row over towards the bottom side of bedroom, and that's where the Heretics are now. This could be a huge moment for Miami.
Yeah, it was a huge win for Metals as well, just to keep things stable. I'd say for Falcons, just a little bit of difficulty reading those split spawns, but on P3, it is not easy to do. It will happen on the drop of a dime, but important for the Heretics. You get the 2 entry kills as the hill pops. This is absolutely the money hill of the map. I mean, a 15-point lead they have for the moment, looking to run that score up.
On to Lucky. Aims behind the bathtub. Here come the Falcons. Kicks. Exit on the outside. There's a perfect pitch. Oh, a little too slow on the hit, and it's going to be a 1 kill difference there. Real with the slide. Last Falcon down, and that's the hard point back in the hands of the Heretics.
Oh, that's a sick play as well. That man just put presence everywhere on the map to let him get there, and again, a 10-point lead they had effectively going into the hill already. They've been able to extend that to 40, and Real is just extending his kills column. 5 spree for the moment. Falcons do break through and stop the bleeding, but they have not stopped Real.
Real is just the single problem the Falcons can't deal with right now. He's still going, and it took 4 of them to bring him down in the end. He'll take it, though. That is the end of the spree. No streaks to worry about. Lucky has a care package, but we're not going to see that come into play. Don't worry, folks. Back to P1. A solid game so far out of the Falcons, but the Heretics, they are bringing the heat to start the series off. Hardpoint now in the hands of Vegas. How long can they hold it?
Yeah, close game so far, and also this is going to be a fun note that we can get to in a few moments, but this is the first listen-ins we're going to have in CDL history where there's not going to be an ounce of English spoken from either side, so it's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm going to have to brush up on both the new languages being spoken, but the gameplay right now speaks for itself. Heretics still collecting the time in P1, and they have have the left side spawn. So in a good spot, Falcons need to break it down.
Shades of the World League, brother. It certainly is. Kicks 18 and 12. Lovely work from him in the kills department, and a really great P1 out of the Vegas Falcons so far. This has been ideal. Looking towards the new hardpoint as well, and it's Exnid on the minimap making plays. Can he find a second? Unfortunately not. As we watch Kicks roam mid, that's going to be over towards the new hardpoint. That's where the battle's taking place, and so far, Falcons have nearly stolen spawns now. It's a split, but how long can the boys on the left-hand side hold out? Metals has a thing or two to say about it. A lovely shot there with that Jackal. Kicks back in there, and a nice wipe. Falcons in control.
Yeah, it was great trades, and I think Falcons on this hill going to be able to, excuse me, take the lead for the first time, maybe since the opening break. So the second look we've seen from them on Skyline, getting those reps in, and I mean, things looking better. They are squaring up, and they are taking them down. Kicks as well from White Steps. I mean, just dropping them in Heretics. They are so far away to attempt a break.
It's beautiful stuff. Kicks on a bit of a tear. The rest of the team holding on. Let's go for a quick listen in with the Vegas Falcons.
باقي ما عليه مسكنا زين تعالوا نيو تعالوا سيت اب نيو اسبني ورا شقوا بشيل جسر بشيل شق مات نيو ما اشوفه ها عندي نيو رينكر ها ما
خلاص انا بلك انا بلك
اخيرا
انا بعد السهم انا يسار
جم الناس مد اشوف مد
انا زاب فوق
رينكو
ويك ريال
بجيك يسار اسبني بدر خشاني وين مره مثل انا ما يم يسار رينكو يسار ها نيدات
اسمع تعال يسار خط يسار والله مو يمين
يلا قريب عندك
ورا يسار واحد
قريب مات بجيكم نص
مو شط ريال
بجيكم نص عندي ما مداني والله ما اشوف واحد جاكوزي ما اشوف
رسمني لكن دفلف
مات رينكو
نيو
بيقلب
انا ذا خلينا نخش له
مات عندي بس الاخير
وش
بيانو بدف
مثل فوق ها فوق البلاء
زين
يمين مثل وين مات تايم
خليك
انا حشر بلك
ما
اسكندر
تشوفوني عشان تشوفون
لا فوق يمين
انا خالد اشوف اللي
انا تري انا ما اتسابق الملابس فوق يمين قريمه
فوق سام انا اشوف الغدر
بلك
ريال بلك ثاني غدر ها جاي
والناس
نفكها سوا ها
بلك ركرو وين يسار واحد يمينك واحد يسار واحد يمينك
Falcon spitting on one side of the stage, and now to the other side of the stage. A quick listen in now with the Miami Heretics.
Vale, estoy bloqueando, pega, cuidado,
asegurarlo, chaval.
Ya pasamos con piña, no, rocas uno arriba,
¿Qué me tienes?
Está aguantando medio entero, uno P1 roca. Tú vais al jump up de cama, va a bajar por cama.
Vas a volver el mapa un poco loco ahora.
Arriba, voy para adelante, P1 roca.
Acordaros que no abren, ¿vale? Podemos ir al P3 o arriba.
Arriba está un tiro muerto.
Esperando
en el under, ¿vale? Sí, espera.
Va a echarle por arriba,
voy a subir cuando nazca el tío, ¿vale? Sí, te he oído.
Sale contigo, Lucky.
Voy a subir ya.
Ábrete.
He pegado al fondo.
Ábrete.
Nuestro lado del punto está, creo.
El
punto está
en el exterior, en la escaleras de pilar.
Sí, lo estás viendo ahí. Está a punto de
Son dos pianos,
Punto de piano, body. Va a estar en el sofá
y otro front.
En ACP3,
Uno front.
No lo veo. Tiene que estar nuestro lado del punto.
Tienes que otro piano de derecha y... Vale, échale al punto.
El punto arriba calen un tiro.
Por arriba, vale, échale.
Arriba, en front, dos. Uno un tiro.
Sí, son dos.
Sí, está front, dos.
Una bala en white flash y otro piano en test, ¿vale? White flash está enfocado.
Tengo yo que no habrá
Te tengo abajo, Chema, aguanta. Te tengo abajo, Chema.
Vale, me tengo yo.
Están aguantando, lo van a aguantar.
Tengo para hacer front. Me mato las piñas. Piano y front, dos. Estoy colando por la izquierda, me cola.
Está buscando uno, vale.
Voy por under, bro.
Está buscando uno.
No me lo dejan Chale, están jugando por arriba, body, bro.
AP3 ya.
From an Arabic listening to a Spanish listening, my brain is so happy. We have got a big break there for the Falcons, though, chance when they sorely needed it. This hard point is far from over.
Yeah, they did a fantastic job. Lucky ends up blocking a couple spawns, but Falcons read it and they hunt him down. Now they just need to hold this line.
There we go. Kicks gives up his angle just at last possible second. Teammates are there for it. Looking out for the piano hop. Here we go. Number one. Kicks, big work. Whoa, what a turn on the second player. Enough to get damage. The teamwork is there, and Kicks finds another. 4 in a row now. The hard point still in the hands of the Falcons.
And not a single trade to be found from Miami. They cannot get any kills on the feed. Finally, Metals is there to strike, but I mean, too little, too late, like the comeback. That is a 50-point deficit that the Falcons just fought back into. And shout out to Xnid and Kicks, both going on 5 sprees to make it happen. And since the start of the game, the Falcons, for the first time, have taken the lead.
They have taken the lead, and what a moment to do it. Bodhi trying to fight forward. Not a whole lot there on the top side of the map. You're going over to the new hard point where the Heretics are. Rancor prowling down low. Real in the point. Lead change on its way. Falcons trying to make something happen. It chances a big rout.
It's one good break is that they're looking for, but Rancor lets one player through but gets a kill, and now it's going to be the pinch coming in through you. Falcons players on the jump.
Oh, big win from Lucky there. Here comes Roxas, finds his hard point kill. 2 players now for the Falcons on point. Real with a pinch. Real with 2. That's huge. The break is there, but so are the Falcons. Reinforcements show up. Here go the Heretics once more. Can Real find them? He's sending it forward. Real with another big couple of kills, and that is a huge win for the Heretics. It could be game.
Might call it. Look at the spawns, though. Everybody's going to be coming in through mid and then the flood through the front. You got to read the pressure in the final seconds. Last-ditch effort, and nobody's home. Miami Heretics staved off the pressure from the Falcons. Nearly swooped in for that victory. They take care of business and get map 1.
I mean, the reactions from the players there as well, from the Vegas Falcons, it's half disappointment, it's half, boys, we just made an insane comeback against a fiery, fiery team. Heretics as well. It was the bailout plays from Real on 2 separate hard points that made the difference there. Heretics, hot start. But man, that series could have gone either way, that map, brother. Well, I'm just excited, folks. But World League vibes here. All these languages flying around. Look at the damage everyone's shooting. It's crazy.
That's crazy, Gabe. I mean, Kicks as well, the damage output, him and Xnid absolutely thriving. Hill time not too shabby either. This is going to be interesting, man. That's a 14-point game on the Skyline. And obviously, we saw Falcons play on this yesterday. Carolina sort of handled business in the respawns, but Falcons looked gross in search and destroy. So if they are able to contend in the respawn game modes, Falcons might make a much quicker impact than almost anybody's actually expecting them to. But in the same vein, you know, on a game plan front, even challengers players, you know, top teams, sort of top 8 even in challengers, the game plan of how you want to approach any given hill, any given map, mostly the same. You watch the best teams in the game, you get a feel for it. What separates good players from great players is how you handle those clutch moments, and when things get super mixy, when it comes to those bang out final hard points, when both teams are 10 seconds away, who can handle that craziness? And at least here in this map number 1, it was Heretics and it was Real thriving in that chaos.
Man, I mean, we're seeing the highlights once again. Beautiful holds out of both teams, though. I mean, again, it's a little tricky for you folks at home without the kill feed. I know we're doing the best we can here in the casting booth. But Real with a couple of massive moments, man. I mean, he got the break here, a little bit of patience, he doesn't get picked up, and in the next wave of fights, this was absolutely huge. No guarantees Real got all these kills. He was on a 3 spree. You know what I'm saying? It was a big moment for the Heretics there. A perfectly timed break, exactly what they needed. And that really did seal the deal. Falcons Locutus again on the major comeback. They were down pretty bad. It was what, 40, 50 points chance, give or take.
Multiple times.
Yeah, massive work there. But Rancor, fantastic start there for himself as an individual and the Heretics as a team here in the Black Ops 6 season. See how far we can go. Falcons, though, we know they're going to be having a good time in Search and Destroy. You know, this is where they typically make their comebacks here in series, inshallah. But you never know, chance. Look at that one. Super tight hard point. Fantastic work there on Skyline.
Hey, great games and great fights, and funnily enough, it was a P1 hill that was really the biggest difference maker for Falcons to get back in the mix as well. So the occasional P1 dominance can always be not necessarily red herring, but that random thing to sneak in. But that's it for the Skyline Hardpoint. I mean, that is an absolute blitzkrieg pace that just got played at. Protocol S&D gonna be potentially a very different look, or potentially just hitting out that A site. And I know, you know, I never get S&D in rank, so I haven't actually been able to play it with that bomb site adjustment. So gonna be fun to see how the pros handle it.
Tristan, yeah, you don't get a lot of S&D. You said it was my fault.
Never. I played like 6 of them.
I was the control sort of demon for you. Sorry about that, mate. But yeah, very, very interesting to see how this one goes down. And of course, we will be seeing a Vault control game, which seems to be the only control map we will be playing here in the CDL, as far as I can tell. I don't know about those coaches, but yeah, that might just be the way things go until Hacienda appears. But even then, who knows? Who knows, folks? But we are well ahead of ourselves. We do have to get into that S&D. Chance early days, we haven't got any data to really collect here or talk about with regards to the Heretics, but what we saw with the Falcons bodied Carolina yesterday. Their search and destroy, that was an absolutely fantastic run. Do you expect a similar sort of feel? I mean, is the difference maker of Clay and the mechanical skill of the Falcons enough to get them through?
I'm trying to remember who it was talking about it. It might have been Paul X or maybe the Toronto boys, but they talked about their experience of playing against the Falcons at EWC this past year. And the sort of narrative that the Falcons had going into that tournament was like, hey, these guys are going to run it down like they will be challenging. So that's the expectation that the pros had. And then again, maybe it was Paul X, maybe it was Toronto. They said after playing them, they go, oh, that's what like everybody meant. It's like over the top how aggressive these guys can be willing to play or challenge with one shot or just doing some insane stuff. And I mean, the S&D we saw from them yesterday, Carolina, well tenured S&D players, Slasher and TJ Halley on the list of best S&D players of all time, got absolutely handled. Just could not deal with what the Falcons were bringing to the table. So it's gonna be fun to see how they do against Heretics, because I mean, the same thing, Spanish players back in the day, also known for hyper aggressive S&D gameplay.
This should be a lot of fun. And yeah, we're getting it. 50-yard line, long gone. Aha, Roxas though in the nice corner. Backside of Heli. Rencor on the hunt. He and Lucky are looking for this kill. Roxas on the move. There we go. He does get brought down in the end. It took a lot to get there. One man down either side. It's a 3v3. Ow.
Interesting shots coming through. Once again, just a weird thing. Never expecting a player to be dropping down the zip line in the middle of a gunfight.
What a nade from Kicks. Gets rid of Lucky. Of Metal, sorry. It's hard without a kill feed. We're used to this, aren't we, mate?
Yeah, I didn't know that Nate got the kill. Good comms. And 2v3 with the bomb down. If you get the bomb down at B, you have great clutch potential, even for a 2 versus 3. But I think Falcons, as long as they're calculated, you get the trades, you'll be fine.
King of Bud. Nade worked there to buy some space. Now he's going to fight his way forward. You've got the high ground here if you're the Falcons. They've got the numbers and the high ground. Here comes the counter-attack. Rencor down and out. Easy peasy. That's the rest of the squad. Heretics cleaned up with only a man down there from the Falcons in that attack. Plenty of time to get the defuse. Happy result there in round 1. We've been giving Clay all the love. Don't forget about Luty. Been doing the work there. Lou has been alongside the Falcons for a long time now. It must be surreal to see the climb and finding wins here against the CDL teams. But good stuff there from the Falcons in the first round. Round 2 on its way.
And trap, probably the most important part. Again, giving up the B bomb site is not ideal with a number of sort of clutch spots. Players go to that back sort of artillery gun. The helicopter can be incredibly annoying to deal with, but they found those players incredibly quickly, hunted them down, no time wasted. That's efficient as you want, and Kicks just got all the intel in the world. That might have been 4 different players that just sort of popped up on his mini-map.
Yeah, that's a lot. Big old reshuffle here. A difficult map to sort of guess where players are going. We've got 2 major floors here to work with. The levels here on Protocol make it a little more challenging on the minimap. But right now, with the Falcons controlling down low, or the King knows something's up. Quite literally up. It's players above him. Quick bomb plant here down by A. Trophies in place. Looks like he'd easily be able to pick that one off, but regardless, Heretics now in the 4v3. How will they attack this bomb site?
Well, Roxas needs time to go his way because Real has just gotten past him. He's playing for the late flank. Roxas is going to have to get multiple kills in this moment. There's number 1. There's number 2. He's done his job. He got a 2v2.
Oh, Roxas, though, now all alone. Watch out. The bomb site is full of Heretics players. Stun check. Can't peel Rencor, and that's going to guarantee the defuse. Lovely work from the Heretics on the retake. Managing to get that one done with time to spare once again. Back-to-back defuses here in the start of Protocol.
I'm faded. Old site. Yeah, my bad on that. But either way, for a 3v4, the Falcons gave it a decent attempt. Again, the late pinch on the big door. It's the way to go. Try to get the extra kills, but too tough to hold on to. So Heretics also with a very nice retake on a bomb site. Gotten looks on both of them. I'm curious if Miami are going to stick to the B plan or if they want to dig deeper into that bag of tricks. That's looking like certainly leaning over towards A with Metals and Lucky taking the outer route.
Going wide. Looking for the drop. King of Birdie managed to walk over that kill there on Real. Raincore spotted out. Whoa. Couple of dud nades. Changes the state of things. The Heretics have now managed to flood downstairs. They're on the inside, but they don't have the bomb down there. They're looking for control first. Bomb ramp all the way back over. You've still got that bomb on the A site control.
Well, there's one life thrown away. 3v3.
Raincore, he's slow and steady. Here he comes. He's on his way to the bomb site now. That's going to be the plan. Falcons all over the place. We've managed to see 2 for 2 on the retake department. Can we make it 3 in a row? Hello. What can you see, Kicks? Not a whole lot right now. Trophies in place as well. This is going to be a tough one.
They're just trying to pinch from every single angle. Xing it in spiral. One guy going down the zip and Kicks over working big door. Oh, 2 big door, actually. There's the gunfight. Metals gets 1. Roxas sent into a blender. And a nice 3v4 clutch coming out there for Miami. Really patient, really taking their time. And again, sort of the Chaos Falcons, we talked about it. They are willing to chow some insane things. And King of Boo just gets caught. Wants to make a play through big door, but 2 players ironed up. And as soon as those odds got evened out, they brought the bomb straight towards site. Clean and efficient work for Miami.
Yeah, really nice stuff. Again, a little advantage the Heretics seem to have here is more than one submachine gun. It's really favoring them on these A bomb site plants. They're able to take those close range fights where they really want them. Falcon's still running that 3 AR setup. And it has worked out if you're on the top side of the map, but as soon as you get down low and things get a little up close and personal, tough scenes against that PDW Jackal. Lucky first blood though across the map. Oh, what do you know, boys and girls? There's a kill feed on your screen.
I will say, by the way, the mini-map, it just looks insane trying to figure out who is like top mid versus on the site because you have players everywhere. Lucky does get picked. King of Booty is on an island by himself over towards B. And Rancor is going to be quick enough to clear off site and give those comms to his teammate because Real's across the map. I mean, this is just scattered.
To the 4 wins. Rancor. I didn't even know you could get down here.
Yeah.
Not actually lying. Kicks.
Oh, he knew.
Reads it. Takes care of business. And now it's a 2v3. Falcons big advantage.
I took my eyes off the minimap. He had to have gotten spotted for Kicks to make that read.
There's no way. I mean, he might have made a little bit of noise on the ladder, but either way, Metals, okay, 2v2. Roxas playing deep still. Poles to pole. It manages to save him just in time. Real and Metals now hit the pinch. Not enough on the damage department there. It all comes down to Kicks. 25 seconds on it. Heretics with the pressure. They know exactly where he is. Can they get close enough and can they deal with the sneaky defuse? Metals, you devil! Whoa, sniffed him out! Real's got to go. That's it. The round is done. Kicks, what timing. Fantastic work from the Falcons.
An instinct on point as well. That was a narrow clutch, but hey, man, he got it done. That is a hell of a 1v2. And again, that is the difficulty of giving up those B-bomb plants of the clutch spots are so annoying to deal with. Not just the place where Rancor is climbing up the ladder in the back. If you need some prop hunt strats, there's a lot of places in that little back section, like little islands and stuff that you can jump on. There's a tree you can jump into and do crazy stuff. It is a wild section of a Call of Duty map, and you're going to see players utilize different parts of it time and time again, so get used to it.
God, I love prop hunt. I really do. I have to bring the prop hunt games back with pros. Real. First blood right into the mix. A fast freebie. Hard to guess. It's a big old map, Protocol. Shades of Arklov Peak. A little bit of Seaside thrown in there for good measure. And the windows of Petrograd.
And the reign of Gavutu.
And the reign of Gavutu. God, what a horrible, misshapen beast it is. But right now, it's 2-2. And it's real quiet. Here by the spiral staircase. Howdy! Damn, son! It's a 2-piece for X. Did you love it?
When they line up like that, a gift and a dream. Well, Rancor, 1 versus 3. An opportunity to see what this young player can do in the clutch.
Well, I guess I'll plant. Howdy! Oh, X, can you find another on the round? Rancor! Yeah, good luck, mate.
Yeah.
That was an impossible situation. You're never going to guess the guy top spiral. That is just an outstanding spot to be in for the Falcons. You take that at close range. Aims, PDW, doesn't matter. You couldn't miss.
Yeah, and you know, people talking about how OP the knife can be because you can hide behind that door. As it turns out, guns do a fantastic job as well. Just a double kill that falls into his lap, and they dish out the old defuse there to Xnid. I don't think... How many cruise missiles do you think we see on the year in S&D?
14.
I'm gonna go with 2.
Real's POV, so tough. Like, oh no, he's behind the door.
His eyes lit up too.
Oh man, behind me. No, too late. Sorry, brother. That's the way it goes. Falcons, advantage. This should be... Again, it's just so nice getting to see different players, completely different styles, different comms. How are they going to run now with a round advantage? You've had these slow games. It's going to be a bang out. It all comes down to King of Bodhi trying to find a moment like this. Get to put that Jackal to work. Real, once again, another first blood. Bodhi doing what he can. And there's an RCXD on the field as well.
Nice shots, wow. That RC was going to get the clean up, if not.
Ooh, RC lands, gets a bit of damage. Real, 9 HP. Safe for now. Xnid, the last man up here. Oh, he has bomb as well. So this is a 1v4 situation. And again, this round has literally fallen to pieces there for the Falcons. You get to put the man to the test in the clutch. And there's no way the Heretics give this away.
Almost certainly not. Seems like Real, even on map 1, pretty big thorn in the Falcons' side. And Xnid gonna be patient.
I need to feed Real on a 3 spree.
I suppose.
Yeah, there's no need, man. Absolutely not. Xnid's on a 2. Be happy to sort of just sit this one out. He's got 15 seconds. I mean, this is a choice. This is absolutely... There's no harm in this. The round is the lowest chance of picking up a 1v4 in this map unless they're all holding hands and looking the wrong way. Good stuff there from the Falcons. Heretics, explosive round, finds them the equalizer. It is now 3-3.
Well, would you like a fun fact in the meantime, Miles?
Si, senor.
Guess how much damage booping someone with a trophy does? Like if you throw a trophy out and hit someone with it.
Oh, wow. Well, based on how heavy they look, I'm going like 25.
10 damage.
That's not bad.
It's not too bad. 1/10 of your health for a little boop like that.
You can get hit by a concussion, and that's only one.
Yeah.
But getting hit by the trophy system, wow. Well, that is a... I would love to see somebody take a body shield, and when the guy's about to go down, he's about to die, hit him with a trophy to kill him. That's brutal. Well, that trophy's not doing
there has to be one shot, so I was going to say he might die to a trophy too.
Yep. We're in a bit of trouble here. Heretics are backed on up. Falcons back in control of the A-bomb site. Pick a corner, any corner. There's plenty of them. Uh-oh. No. King of Buddy strafed IRL there. He pulled away from the monitor.
This is such a tough spot for Miami to be in as well, because you've just lost computer's control, so going down low is a nightmare, and even going to B is a worse nightmare, because you have to check so many different credit spots. So it looks like Heretics are going to try to basically attempt to retake this section through Big Door, and that is not the start they wanted. Metals does get the trade, and wow, that is the full send that we were alluding to. You gotta stay on your toes.
1v2, Kix is having to leave the back end of Heli and now solo retake this. My goodness, this is going to be tough. Jackals in either corner. Welcome to the den. Here's the first fight. Lucky's there, and Kix has to try to bait out something. He's got 25 seconds. Where are we going?
Oh man, I don't think we're trying.
Again, it's a tough spot, but it's a fast wrap. If it was a little quicker, it might have been doable, but now you've got to take him up close and personal. Barely able to make it through the threshold there as the Jackals slay him out. Heretics once again. Another solid round.
It's so tough. I mean, the retakes in Hardpoint or in post plants or at all getting this bottom section, not easy in the slightest. So Kix may be hoping that he can get a little bit of lucky, but unfortunately Lucky always ironed up, and just more impressive that they were able to retake and get that site control and hit it from Big Door. Metals able to give you 2 there in that round, and again, King of Bood playing with the timings. Unfortunately for him, just does not go his way in that round.
Tough one. Again, apologies, it was an Ames. What do you know? Attacking round for the Falcons. Not a whole lot of love for them on the attack when it comes to the B side of the map. Lots more love towards A. Kick's making a bit of noise, and that's another RCXD out for the Heretics. And it's zooming. Oh, and King of Bodhi, he's actually made it out. Oh dear, can he help out Exnid in this situation? No need, teammates are there for it. Here comes Lucky to reinforce. Opportunity to have got that bomb down is now in a very bad spot. He's got no coverage here and he's completely alone. Can he win a gunfight? There's the rest of the Heretics. Teamwork shows up, takes care of him. Big advantage now in the 2v3.
Yeah, I didn't even see that. How did the two Falcons players just getting stuffed, I guess, on the other side of the map, not able to get in the mix to help their boys. So I don't know if that's Real holding him off or maybe the RC card doing that work, but Lucky playing very well together with his teammates, and Kick's trying to make the impact. This is a 2v3 clutch potential.
Yeah, indeed. 30 seconds on the clock, though. Still got to recover the bomb, and you very well know it's there. Oh, Lucky takes a couple of big ones. Kick's on the retreat. You've got to manage to get one of these players off the bomb site. Metal's there by the SAM site. He's keeping so much pressure here on the bomb. 10 seconds. You've got to make a move now. Metals. He could clutch this. His Kick's there for the coverage. Oh, 1v1. He got away. What a round from Metals. That is a massive turn. And he's feeling good. Oh my God. Yeah, he's feeling good.
Stole that one away. Good Lord. Oh, I mean, he was just checking out the helicopter. I thought he was going to play to kill the guy off bomb first. And in my mind, I was like, that feels weird. Then I was like, never mind. That's the right play. And as soon as I thought it was the right play, well, he snaps and so does Kicks. Yo, what is that rag? Oh, we actually just don't have hit markers.
We don't have hit markers, but I mean, he was there and it's like, it was a bullet. You can see him like, it was a single bullet. That's so tough. Again, a lot of angles to watch there. Metals now. RC car in hand. Podcast, we got a little bit of work to do with the RC car in hand. You know what I mean? Like whether seeing it through walls or what, like there's a little bit of work we need to do. But it is putting the work in right now, clearing out the bottom side of the bomb site. King of Bodhi, nice tags on the second, not enough to get it. But that's going to be a 2v3 now with the Heretics sitting on map point. Uh-oh, Exnid not able to get his all down to Roxas for the map.
Got to be fast on this one and got to be lucky.
There's one.
They line up.
Oh, he nearly did it. Oh my goodness, Heretics. Take map 2 and take a 2-0 lead in the series.
And, you know, what could have been a lot of these nail-biter rounds. Kick certainly had a pretty nice 1v2 clutch, sort of sniping Metals off the bomb in the final moments, but then just bigger clutches as a response. Metals also ripping a guy off bomb by the skin of his teeth. And hey, they handle the sort of weird finesse game in the S&D against the Falcons, take care of business. And I think Real, in all honesty, had a bit of a feast. I know got at least 3 first bloods, maybe more. A couple of those just hitting straight up the zip line. And I mean, both him, Lucky, and Metals able to get RC cars on different sections of that map. So a little bit different than the Skyline, but Heretics just in firm control. So shout out Rancor for the bomb plants, but Real 4 first bloods getting things done.
Here we go. Boys and their toys, eh? Those RC cars. Not a huge amount of damage gained from them, but the intel absolutely tremendous. Well, that is it, folks. Real went to the buffet in map number 1 there on Skyline, and he did just fine in the S&D as well, as you can see below. Map 3, though, coming up on Vault. Not a good look so far for the Vegas Falcons, but today is a brand new day. We're going to the desk.
Vegas is in trouble, Alley Cat. I hate to tell you this, but after dropping the first 2 maps, they're going into their worst game mode in Control. So let's talk about what we saw in the Search and Destroy here, because this was the one game mode you took against the Royal Ravens.
Right.
What went wrong this time around against Miami Heretics?
The pace and the aggression for Miami Heretics, like I talked about in the pre-show, is just kind of what was kept catching Falcons off guard. I mean, you talk about that hard point near the end. It got a little frantic. That can happen when you're a newer team. And then in the Search and Destroy, it was first first blood after first blood for Miami Heretics. And I think that pressure and that aggression just really don't bode well for the Falcons team.
Nameless taking a look at the hard point, 250, 236. I said, well, this is another very close hard point for Vegas, but you pointed out that Skyline is going to play close. We should always expect a high-scoring game.
Yeah, and you just can't make as many mistakes as we've seen Falcons make through the first 2 series. Obviously, we're going to be patient with them, but they had a massive opportunity. So let's jump into drawing conclusions. Let's get into the nitty-gritty and see what the Falcons did wrong, because I think a lot of you guys can learn from this particular moment. We're going to be moving over towards the kitchen hill here, and this is a big rotation, as you can see right here. Real's up top, and it's a big kill that they get on him, right? So number 2 gets that kill. So let's zoom into the mini-map, and let's talk about what went wrong here for these guys. We get this big screen here.
Yeah.
So listen, this is the good spawn right here, back here, right? So you want to be spawning over there, and you want to basically force everybody to funnel here. But what they don't recognize is on the rotation, right? There's going to be a ton of players pushing through middle, right? Trying to get through and break these spawns, right? And they just got a kill. So number 2, after he gets this kill, needs to wrap back and block this spawn so nobody can spawn in and set up a pinch. And they're diverting way too much of their attention towards the front spawn. Nobody's going to be hitting this with like multiple players on rotation, and they have 1 committed to this, and they have 3 committed to this as well. So let's clear the screen. Let's see how this plays out. You have to be able to volley it, recognize where people are coming from, and play it properly. And what you're going to notice here is that kill that they got in the top hall, he's going to spawn behind them and ultimately be the guy that pushes up to break the hill. And that's just what you can't have happen. Real comes in behind them. He kills them on rotation. They didn't block the back spawn. They get broken here, and what you can see is a 140 to 140 game then gets blown way out of proportion, where you could have took a massive lead. You did the work, you gave it up, and unfortunately you lose the game.
Go ahead, Allie.
Which is unfortunate, because P1, what we saw yesterday from them against Carolina Royal Ravens, was one of the better hills for them on Skyline. So maybe just a little bit of miscommunication there, one of the mistakes that you have to go back and clean up.
You just got to recognize, like, we got to go back and block. Like, it's all like, yes, you can play aggressive, which is I like to see. You go up, you get the kill on Real top hall, but then we got to run backwards real quick. And even if he spawns up in time, you get the cleanup, and you at least recognize that somebody could be behind you. So they'll learn from these moments, and that's what VOD is for.
That was also the same hill that you saw finish the game, as it was 236 to 236 at one point. Eventually, Miami steals the game and steals our first hard point. But it's been a close first respawn. We have a second one coming up. What should we expect on Vault here on day 2 for Vegas?
On Vault, honestly, for Vegas, I think they'll be good at this map. I think they have a lot more room to work with. Again, we talk about them being more of an AR flex-heavy team, but we've talked a lot about Falcons. I want to give some flowers to Miami right now. Rencor has been disgusting so far in this series. It is his first match, and he is absolutely frying. Miami does look like they've put in a lot of work and have been really getting the flowers of their labor.
Nameless, what do you got?
Yeah, I mean, I think, going into this control, I just want to see Falcons making the right plays. Like, make sure we're getting towards hallway, controlling that, slowing the game down when they need to, and we need to see a couple more SMGs as well. On the side of Heretics, though, loving what I'm seeing. I think the dynamic's great. Still excited to see Metals on that sub more, see him get more comfortable, and hoping he can have a big control.
All right, it's time to find out. Can Vegas take their first control round? Can they take their first game in this series? We send it over to Miles and Chance. Take it away.
Will they take their first round of control? That is actually kind of cool to do on day 2. You feel like, oh, we broke the record, we're good, man. It's like, yeah, baby, let's rock. We'll find out, though, folks. Vault can be a cruel and fickle map of control. And this one will be no different. Love what Nameless said there. Let's see some SMGs, baby. Let's see some of them Jackal PDWs. For Miami Heretics, though, all guns are blazing right now. Everyone's having a good time. Rencor is looking like a very, very welcome and very comfortable addition to the squad. At any moment, I'm just like, yeah, it feels like he's always been there, man. I mean, Vico, a great run with Harvey, and again, hope he's doing fantastic. I hope he's studying now. I hope he's not watching the CDL. I hope he's got his face in the books. You don't leave, go to school, and then get to sit and watch the Call of Duty League. Nah, you better get your homework done, young man. Right now, his boys are getting the work done, though. Vault. This is the last piece of the puzzle for them to go off and enjoy some quality time.
It's Saturday, man. Let him have some fun. It's not like he's learning Mandarin or anything.
Yeah, that's true, actually.
Yeah, no, he doesn't have time. Javi's a maniac.
I also
in the best possible way.
I couldn't tell what day is either, mate. Yeah, I know, but...
We work Friday, Saturday, Sundays. It's day 2.
That's true. Well, we might have... this is my preemptive. Yeah, there's been an issue. We'll be back in a moment, folks. Hopefully, we load in with a kill feed. That was a surprise to me. That's the first time I've seen that one. I can't lie. It was jarring, to say the least. But Charles, let's talk Vault. Let's talk Vault, mate. We've played a decent amount of it. Obviously, we've seen a decent amount of it now. Any sort of major pain points, takeaways? Name was brought up the top catwalk that overlooks the pool side. That's a really important sort of power position on the map. Anything else you'd want to bring up? You'd keep our viewers an eye for?
Well, I'd say like the biggest difference between like playing ranked, and it's not just in my low depths where I play in ranked, but I saw a lot of former pros even talking about it, of like the style that we've seen when you're like playing it yourself doesn't seem to be the same approach that the pros are having. We've seen a ton of teams on offense off the opening break, just able to slam a squad, get a clean like 3 or 4 down, and just jump on a point straight away, when to me this map always feels like an absolute battle on both ends. Unless you set up a spawn trap, the pros have been much more calculated and much more efficient at actually establishing on the offensive end dominance on either zone. Like we've seen opening breaks on both A and B that have seen success, and that's just day one. So I mean, either one of these teams also going to be watching the matches, could steal an opening break, could learn something, but I'd say that's the biggest thematic difference between, you know, us solo Q-lers in a rank play versus a four-man stack at this level.
Oh, indeed. These are quick highlights from the S&D while we get that lobby set up again, folks. But yeah, again, Protocol, what a beast of a map this is. It's big, and whether it's Hardpoint or whether it's Control, whether it's S&D, I mean, it's going to be here in the COD League for a minute. It's a big one, and we've got plenty to learn still about it. But again, nice to see plenty of options for players. It's always, I appreciate that when there's a different way to approach a map than just, you know, we have to bang out a single side, and if we lose control of that one particular place and it's all over. It's nice to see plenty of options, lots of different ways to hit something or try to retake something, and this map seems to be that. At least now. We'll see if that changes, but ball's on its way, folks. We appreciate you sticking out. And again, if you did catch some of the games yesterday, FaZe versus Toronto Ultra, FaZe managed to set up the spawn trap, as FaZe would, on that vault control on a big defensive round. It was very, very solid out of them. Truly trapped all the members of Ultra back towards that P2 little jacuzzi side of the map, and it was ugly for a good sort of 20 seconds.
And even more themes to talk about Vault as well, of like where we've seen some greatness out of FaZe, as you say, for the spawn traps being set up. Maybe some ideas that we can learn from the mistakes of other players. You had, I was about to mess up the name. The old LAG, the Gorillas Mate Squad, trying to set up the spawn traps, but they were doing it from like top P4, excuse me, and like forcing the art spawn, making it more difficult to actually go and capture B. And we saw Shotzi makes almost an exact same play, except he gets the kills in top P4 and immediately jumps over to art to start forcing the spawn out. So little tweaks and little ideas sort of added to the repertoire that everybody can learn from, whether you're playing in rank or playing at this level. So make sure you capitalize and improve. And again, for Falcons, your improvement, you're just looking for that first round to get on board. I mean, these guys have only been scrimming in NA for a week and a half, 2 weeks, if that. So they are getting the best practice they've ever gotten in a very short amount of time. So yeah, they're looking to make these rapid improvements.
Yeah, they're in the hyperbolic time chamber right now, man. They're on their way to Namek to take care of Freezer. Let's see how it goes, though, in... Ooh, okay. It's 3 in the feed for everyone there as we get a lot of nade kills to start things off. Lovely work here on the first round of Control. Falcons' defense still solid. They've got to deal with Lucky. Will they be so lucky? The answer is absolutely not. Rencor and Metals there find the kills. A-zone in danger.
Oh, that's great pickups on different sections of the map as well. Still, though, with only the first 2 kills, it's a single stack for the moment. Heretics, I mean, they're just swarming around trying to cover every single entry point for the guys on time. So Rancor, well, there's the coverage in the hallway. Metals has that under lock and key. Real's the man watching the flank. You see him picking up kills in the feed, and Lucky was the man pushed out front where he drops. That's just the thing his teammates have to pick up.
Yeah. A-zone, second segment long gone. We're looking towards the third, and that's going to be 2 minutes and 5 seconds on the game clock. Vegas Falcons, one more hit of this, maybe? Nah, going to look towards B. Play it safe, play it steady. Phase through the walls like some sort of superhero. Rencor, the hero right now for the Heretics 3-0.
And that was hyper efficient work coming out of Heretics as well. I mean, just coverage on all angles of the map, while Rancor just gets to sit in between the team and wait for the comms to roll through. And Aim's down here, maybe not the best gun for the job. You need someone to get you out, and Metals trying to find that route. I think he got spotted by Kicks.
We're already seeing more Jackals on the field right now for the Vegas Falcons already, and it's paying off. Kicks on the cleanups. Exnid, nice shots there through the van to the head of Lucky. Keeping the B-zone as safe as they possibly can. Real is still an incredibly dangerous contender right now. His second, keeping the spawn very much. Ooh, a dangerous place to be for the Falcons. Can they get him out?
Well, all he is here is a nuisance. He's not the main factor. You're like, if you're the Falcons, you're still worried about that front pressure with Lucky on time, but you saw King Abu take a route to make sure you take care of Real, and again, getting it a P4, it feels nice because you can get some spawn kills, but your team is unfortunately still just going to be stuck in spawn. It can be hell to fight out of.
We've seen a few instances like that already in the day of Black Ops 6 professional play. 50 seconds remaining on the round. Another attack here from the Heretics. Trying to sniff out the positions from the Falcons. Lucky Semtex sniffs out one. Rencor, oh, he manages to slip the net. In we go. Oh, I love this. An opportunity now to cause some damage. Here we go.
Nice start. This is prime position. As long as he is alive, he is a massive thorn in their side because the spawn outs are going to be intense. So much further away, those Falcons on the bottom left of the minimap now have to take a hike to get near this point.
Look at that. That's the capture now taking place. 27 seconds frozen. Find a corner, Rencor. For God's sake, man, they're coming. Shots are in the back. Kicks picks up two. Real, the only man left alive on the point, and he is in trouble. Metal's now trying to reinforce. No hope, though. King Abodi from behind as well. What a bounce back from the Falcons. This could be their round. 20 seconds to go.
Yeah, it's a bailout on a positioning front from King Abood in that moment, just getting over towards gold. And I mean, now Heretics players are spinning in circles trying to find him. So another scattered mini-map with only 10 seconds. Heretics desperate to get on this time.
And they are soaring. King Abodi 5 now. Beautiful work. 6.5 seconds, though. You can manage to stop the clock. Sends it. Metal's tagged. The nade from Roxas, though. The capture still going. It's Rancor in the point. Roxas finding another one. The quick contest. Beautiful shots. Roxas once again. Another kill. And the final 3 lives for the Heretics will not matter. And there we go, folks. The first round for the Vegas Falcons in control.
And that is just fantastic stabilization. A couple different players, like it was Real early on. Rancor had his turn trying to set up for the spawn trap and the spawn kills, and things did get mixing. Like Rancor in that spot created the opportunity for his team to get to the point. You see Real there just behind him actually on it, but King Abood makes it to bat gold or useless, whatever people are calling it for themselves, and just a massive distraction for the squad. And obviously, this is a round where, I mean, maybe 6 or 7 different frag nade kills rang out.
Oh, yeah. And again, Roxas, the final moments there of the round, very, very clutch kills from him. 10 and 6 overall. Lovely sprees from the Falcons as well. See if we can't get some Hellstorm missiles. But that is a question for later on in the round. You need them scores, folks, not just the kills. Here we go. King Abodi, spree done. Exnid finds 2 of his own, though, on the approach towards A. And you've actually got a man in there. Coverage there from Kicks. Lovely shots. His 5th in a row. And that might be a 2-man stack on the point. One man.
Right now he's got one guy in his hallway. You've picked up double doors. You're watching his front left, so he just goes and picks up front right. Heretics, can any player find a route to actually get in? Looks like everything is covered, and as long as you get this trade on Rancor, you should be good to go. But Rancor causing issues from up top, and Kicks feeling that pressure on a 5. The Hellstorm would be nice, but he is just in chaos, and Real delivers again.
He manages to pick up a couple. Nice work. You save the A zone. Heretics, can they find some sort of defensive foothold and not let the Falcons get back into the fight ASAP? The answer right now is maybe. It's that double door situation. And here comes the big pinch. That's Lucky on the right flank, causing problems. Real on the inside. He and Rancor deal in it. Kicks has got some catwalk control, but Metals reads him, takes care of business. And that is a lovely look right now for the Heretics again.
And you see the way Lucky's playing on the mini-map. He just got that street completely covered, and he's on point. So the rest of his teammates just get to roam around for free, but as they fall, now the pressure's back on Real. In the middle of the map, has every gun he needs, but does get traded out. Falcons' desperation efforts to try to get this A zone. Only 1 tick to go.
Yeah, still 20 seconds on the clock as well. You don't get this done, you're in real trouble. Falcons battling forward. Roxas finding a nice one. Metals covering himself a corridor. Can they finish the capture? Roxas still in the feed. That might be enough. Get a player in on there. They've got the site clear. 10 seconds on the clock, and that should be it. 1 life difference and a minute to go.
And that's only step number 1. Step number 2, the much more difficult one. King Abood caught on the cross. Can't quite make it through, and I mean, Kicks might just be this next player in line. At least able to take one down. So at least all the Heretics players are back towards their spawn. It is all guns forward.
All guns forward. Nades, nothing. Real the Metals, they come into the fight healthy and fit. And with that, they're able to get the pressure on. Kicks, love this movement. In and out he goes. Quick reposition. Is he able to catch any of these players out? Lucky. Watching Lion. That stun's going to slow him down for now. Time is fine. Keep it ticking. The kill count, though, still relatively even. 8-8 in the final 30 seconds. Roxas on the point.
He's so worried about Real. And he's so patient to wait for it, too. When the timing is there, he gives you the kill. You got the extra ones in the feed, and Exton wins his one as well. It is Metals and everybody else off spawn. And look at this stack.
Boys are stacking. Metals has to get in there and try to clean up 2. There's the contest. Find the feed. Oh, no! It's 3 in the feed. Heretics save it with the last possible moments, and it's 3 lives left for the Falcons.
Well, 30 seconds left. You can still play this like a round of S&D, but Heretics are definitely just going to turtle up and take advantage of the power spots. Try to rip somebody's head off and see if you can make someone play.
Kicks could go wide here and possibly get that kill. Lives are getting low. Time's even more dangerous. Lucky. Oh, big damage. Not enough for the kill. That might be it. The guns are at the ready. King of Buddy would have to somehow fly through the walls there. And I like the shots. They're beautiful from Kicks. Lovely work. But no, wait a minute. 2.1. King of Bodhi's in. He somehow made it to the point.
Just so worried about the flank throw. Nobody's there. Everybody's in front of you, and it's just overwhelming force. And they do get back down. Another one of those mixy, chaotic moments where it is just incredibly difficult to deliver. And Heretics just making sure that it was impossible.
What a battle, though. Again, Vault is a lot of fun here in the CDL so far. A quick replay here. I mean, this, what an effort it was. The survival effort. Oh, wow. Real just taking the top of Roxas off there. And that perfect 3 down. Again, moments away from finishing the second segment of B, which would have helped in that long run for the defense hold if we get to round 5. But 2 rounds down, back over to a Heretics attack.
That's huge, too, that one gunfight, because that was the difference between, the 5v3 and it could have been a 4v4. But either way, all's well that ends well. Tied up, and Lucky continues to just be lethal at range, and nice moves as well. You can never spot players when they're laying on their butt like that. So much more difficult. Nice little 2-piece.
I swear, the diamond just doesn't appear as quick if they're on their back. I swear, I need to ask someone at Treyarch. Am I crazy or am I crazy?
Well, also in our 30s, so.
Yeah, you never know. Xnid, not crazy enough. Lucky takes his head off. Roxas. Oh, awkward situation to be in. Bad timing on the slide. There were Renkor's there. Kicks can't get a second. Lucky now on the inside of the site. King of Bodhi, a 2-piece. And that's everyone dead there. The A zone, though, also dead.
And look at the pressure already. Metals is inside of Art, so Heretics are potentially one step ahead, and Roxas, the man that is being tasked with the responsibility to hunt him down, but he does have Kicks for the help. Not easy to shoot for those pillars, and look at who the real help is. Renkor, this savior, and now him and Metals get a lay waste.
Oh, it's Nid. And the rate of fire there on the aims doesn't necessarily save him.
Oh, lucky.
An unfortunate team kill, though. That makes the B site wide open. King of Bodhi on the prowl on the inside, trying to find anything here. Roxas trying to hunt down Renkor. He's still up there. He's hiding. And he's got a little bit of help from the outside. So this is a very awkward moment here for the Falcons. They've still got to get presence out onto the street. But they can do it from this building if they can get Renkor down. There he goes. Now back to the fight. The B zone. Whoa, lovely shots from King of Bodhi that takes care of Lucky. Metals and Real, though, they're still up close and personal.
This is just, I mean, it's 21v15 as well. I guess with the minute and 15, maybe not going to end on time, but it's a solo capture for the moment. Heretics have cleaned out their base, but a solo capture, this is not easy to get these kills.
You're still battling over the most important piece of real estate here on the map. Real continuing to be that man. Kicks now steps in. An endless flow of reinforcements. Will he catch these players out now? They're spawning away. No, Xnid wins the fight. Forward now towards the zone. Nades and stuns ready, but not enough. The capture complete from the Heretics. There's the, I don't know the Spanish for stack, but they did it.
I would just go with stack. It's probably cognate.
See?
Yeah, we're fine. Either way, though, Heretics, that is just a round where that was endless pressure that they had inside of Art. The moment that they captured that, look at the mini-map. Metals was already back there. Renkor shows up and makes a guest appearance. A little bit unlucky where Lucky gets killed while cooking a frag grenade that forces the team kill, but they still just constantly had someone in Falcon's base. And again, once you get that Art pressure, you force away the spawn and you at least create the opportunity to get the zone. It certainly isn't easy after the fact, but Heretics deliver.
Could have been one of those situations where a nade blows up your nade. That can happen to frags as well as the Simtex. It happens quite a lot. It could have been that. We'll go a little easy on you pros this year. Crazier things have happened here in BO6. Metals finds he has 1. Oh, but it's 3 down for the Heretics. A-Zone getting absolutely schmacked. First segment gone.
Got the stack going as well. And Heretics on the approach. You hear the Semtex is ringing out. I don't know. Oh, they can contest now. Yeah, swooping in. Exnit. Every single player falls around him. And he at least takes 2 to the grave before he falls. But that is a snapback of a retake. I think Falcons maybe messed up a little bit. They didn't quite hit that stack when the 3 players showed up in the feed. It took them just an extra little second. Could be costly.
That extra little second cost them, yeah. A real weird position for Renko to be lying down in. What an off angle. Not to mention while supine. Exnid. Right in there. Gets rid of Renko. Still looking towards the A zone. Kicks there with the catwalk pressure. This is what you want. That suppression doesn't help him. It just allows Real to pinpoint his exact position. 40 seconds on the clock here, Chance. We are looking dangerous here, Heretics.
And again, that's brutal because when they got that first wave, I think they had 2 players that were just off the point. Again, only for an extra second, but they missed out on it. And at this level, you have to do the little things right constantly or you get punished. And yeah, down to 22. Going on the flank, looking for it. Rancor, easy reads.
Rancor can't get a second. Lucky. Can he find 3? His teammates are there once again. It's another goal line save on the A zone, and that is the red clock ticking. 10 to go, and the series is over. Can the Falcons dive in? Buy themselves a lifeline on B. Yes. Lucky. Oh, brought down as well. We might have the action on A here. Rancor in. Can he find the second? No! The capture continues, and that might be another zone.
They got the extra minute. That is all they were looking for in this moment. The player that was on B was just there for a distraction. So Xnid does his job and his team delivers. Problem is, though, down on lives, you still have less than a minute on the clock and you do not have pressure on the map. Gonna need at least 2 waves of kills to capture this B zone. And if Rancor's getting cut off kills like that, it might be 3.
It certainly helps. 40 seconds. The Falcons are bought a lifeline. Rancor, another kill. The wall bangs there. Happy to see him. Plenty of trophies over by the B zone. 1 decent hit of this, Falcons. You've got to try to get him off the point. Try to get the stack going.
And King of Boot is top P4, but again, that's not helpful for the spawn outs, but it might be helpful for the kills. You at least get the trade, and now he's jumping on it. Maybe you talk about the frags exploding being the thing that costed him in that moment, and only 7, make it 6 lives remaining. This is going to be a Heretics 3-0 starting their year off right.
Metals, shot punch, a thing of legend. A 3-1 in control, 3-0 in the series. Miami Heretics. The ideal start to the season for them. And a warm welcome to Rancor to the CDL.
Yeah, I was maybe looking for him to have more of a pop-off series, but it was simply not necessary. Felt like a series where everybody on Heretics really just doing their job. Efficient gameplay through and through. Maybe extra tip of the cap to Real specifically for the S&D, the four first bloods, excuse me. Always going to be noteworthy, but I'd say just a well-oiled machine of a team. That skyline, though, is close. So, I mean, no, I'd say on the flip side for the Falcons, everybody has low expectations. Team coming up.